wanna do is hit a boom boom room while I zoom zoom. Turn that shit up. All I wanna do is hit a boom boom room while I zoom zoom. Turn that shit up. We gon' start this shit alright. We gon' talk that shit all night. We gon' start this shit alright. We got the squad in the house tonight. Hey, to the window, to the wall. Y'all know we discuss it all. To the window, to the wall. Y'all know we discuss it all. Hey. Welcome to the Squadcast. Hey, welcome to the Squadcast. Hey, welcome to the Squadcast. Hey, welcome to the Squadcast. Hey.
Oh shit! They done messed up.
They did.
They done messed up.
They did.
I normally do the music and I normally turn y'all up. I said this time I'm gonna do something real different. Put y'all hands together for our special guest.
I need to hear them put their hands together.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that. I don't even know if that's possible.
Okay, great.
But everybody, welcome to the Boom Boom Room Squadcast. I am your host, CEO Boom. My other co-host with me, man, Miss Nina Chanel Leon. And our special guest.
That's right.
The one and only.
The legendary.
The myth.
Ain't nothing about me. You ain't myth. I'm not thinking about me.
Twan Dixon.
That's right.
All right, that's enough. All right, we out of there with that one.
I don't like that. You need a live studio.
Let's give him a round of applause.
That's right.
Right, y'all help me out, man. Man, welcome. God, man, ain't it good? Man, listen, this is what we're gonna go dive right into this thing, Twan. We're gonna dive right into it. We got a few questions lined up for you, but before I get into all that, man, let me handle this business real quick. Hey, if y'all do not follow the Boom Boom Room Squadcast, man, please go do so on all social platforms. The Boom Boom Room, DA Boom Boom Room. We ain't being that shit proper. THE, we don't do all that, Twan. We from the west side, Pratt City, what have you. Yeah, where you from again, Twan? Where you from? Huh?
Birmingham.
Oh, that boy pronunciated everything. Birmingham. Well, we don't never put the G in there.
Well, we put it in there. We're gonna use our adult words.
No, we from the ham. Man, y'all do us a favor, man. Share the live, but this is gonna be a show y'all will never forget in y'all life.
Sure won't. I done finally made it.
Finally.
You, Carl, how long?
He's gonna call me Carl because that's my real name.
Oh, Dr. got you before.
I go by Boom, but it's okay. It's okay.
I do, but I know you for real, so
that's why I say it's fine.
You're gonna be Carl. All you little guys,
me with
rappers and stuff, they can call you Boom Boom and all that stuff. That for the sake of this
Pray
show,
for me, man. Pray for me.
You're gonna be Carl. So you've been asking me a long time to come out
right.
and do this, and I am finally here.
And you ready for this, right?
I'm ready.
You ready to get Nina, you hold on to your seats.
Hold on. And hold on to that hair. You got that hairpin.
Shit ain't for the weak.
I come clutch.
That's right.
It's not for the weak. So I got a couple questions, man.
Okay.
This is how the game go, man.
What's the game?
Okay. It's a game. Got 3 questions.
Okay.
All right. Get them wrong, we all take a shot with you. Not taking the shot by yourself. All right, if you get it right, you don't take a shot.
Let me just make this disclaimer for those that are watching, because there are some therapists in my world.
Okay,
that are watching. So
go ahead.
I have to give this disclaimer because even though we know what I do as a counselor, but we still human, we still people.
True.
We still gotta enjoy life.
Hey man,
so,
preach.
I will say this because some people they think they got one up on me. Just to remind people, I don't work for anyone. I am the HR person for myself. Now let's go.
Wow.
Yeah, just get that disclaimer. I had a little situation where someone thought they were telling on me. Baby, I work for me. Who you telling?
Checked.
Who you telling us?
So you checked him? You checked him about it?
So, yeah.
This is going to be real interesting.
It is.
All right, so my first question.
Okay.
Tell everybody what high school we went to.
I went to the original.
There you go.
Jackson Olin High School, class of 2005, and they better be watching because we've been doing good together.
Wonderful.
The original.
So, since you said that, what does the PD stand for in Jackson Olin?
It stands for the first principal, Dr. Pierre Dwayne.
That's what I'm talking about, cuz. That's what I'm talking about. So he gonna get it wrong.
I ain't gonna get it wrong, man.
All right, since we keeping it from the ham, what was the first black high school in Birmingham,
Child. Which one was it?
You got it.
Alabama? Say it. Just say it. You gotta at least give me something. Just give me something.
No, because they're like our rivals, aren't they?
Say it.
I'm not gonna say those people's name.
Well, give me a hint to what it could be. Because someone's watching. I'm sure they're.
They are watching down the street. Did they just have like an alumni day or something? Or
You're close to it. You're close
like
to
they
it.
had like their picnic this summer, then turned around and had like an alumni week. Like I don't know, it's that school.
He's not gonna say the name, but for my Birminghamians, I'm gonna say it is Parker High.
Yeah, like they had like a picnic this summer, and then turned around and like. I like Parker. Shout out to Taisha Ford. Y'all know that's my girl.
Shout out to Taisha.
That's my girl. Y'all know that's my friend. So.
Okay, now we gotta get you a shot in since you got them right. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Starting this off.
Okay.
True or false?
Oh Jesus.
Was Inslee predominantly white or has always been black?
Predominantly white. They were.
Okay, you know
they
what?
They were predominantly white.
Clap it up for Twan.
They were.
Okay.
Yes, because one of my former co-workers, she's about...
Still can take a shot.
She's about like 94.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, that's how I knew she was Inslee.
She's a former co-worker, right?
She's a former co-worker.
Okay.
She said she's a former Birmingham police officer, but the way she looked, I can't tell.
I mean, that's a compliment, right?
No.
Oh.
So wow.
Hallelujah. Chicago.
Pass that.
Oh, that was. Oh God, is it the first Sunday?
Communion.
Oh, it is the first Sunday.
It is.
the first Sunday.
It is.
You know, in my childhood church, my pastor used to say, "This is my body. Oh, this is the blood."
Bro, don't pay him no attention, bro.
Carl, what do you got me right now?
This is Hulk, by the way, man. No, cheers to success.
This
Great show.
Hulk over at the King Wings.
I don't know what the hell that means. All right. You ready? So, Twan, man, do me a favor, man. You got a lot of people coming in, man. Give you shouts out, man. Everybody out there, man.
They liking me already.
Man, hey, they vibing. Do us a favor, y'all share the live, man, because we finna go and ask them some questions.
Please share the live. Y'all know they can start asking me questions now.
Well, first off, we're gonna keep it professional.
Okay.
Twan, tell everybody what you do, man. What's your profession?
So I am a licensed professional counselor. I am licensed in both Alabama and...
I'm talking to the mic. It's okay. I know you're used to that, right?
Oh. You tried it, Carlton.
Please.
Well, since you want me to get a little...
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just go close to the mic.
Don't do that. Because you still look like a lemon head.
I do have a lemon head.
You look like all the happy face emojis in the iPhone.
Don't start cracking because you know we go there. Okay. Go ahead, for real. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am a licensed professional counselor. So I'm licensed in both Alabama and Georgia. Also nationally certified. So, you know, I specialize in mental health, behavioral health, substance abuse. Wait, I got me drinking. Substance abuse counseling.
You're sipping.
Yeah, sipping. Do a lot of individualized therapy with clients. So right now, work for me, enjoying that.
So you create your own schedule?
I create my own schedule, Monday through whatever.
That's what. Hey man, I'm gonna clap it up for you.
Thank you. That's what's up. I love being a licensed professional counselor. Also, I do teach as a professor at UAB in the Graduate School for Counseling and Human Studies.
How long you been doing this shit?
This is year number 2. So my students, they actually have a research paper that is due tonight.
If your students are watching, how many students?
I have 20 students this semester. Thank God, because these
20.
These last couple semesters, it's been too many. So they do have a research paper that's due tonight. I will be grading them. So,
what made you get into wanting to do that? Like
get into teaching?
Yes.
Okay, so actually, when I was working on my master's degree,
you worked on your master's?
I earned my master's.
Oh, hey man, you as crazy as this motherfucker is.
Let's not forget, I do have three degrees. So don't forget that. So when I was working on my master's over a decade ago, I remember telling my professor at Jacksonville State University, Dr. Jerry Kaiser, I remember telling him, I said, Dr. Kaiser, I'm going to teach this course by the time I'm 40. And he was like, oh, you gave me his little spiel or whatever. And I actually, I was at work at my previous job, and my coworker, she was like, hey, have you ever thought about teaching? And I was like, yeah, I want to do that at some point in time. And so she's like, well, let me connect you with the department chair
right.
at UAB. And so she did. And I didn't think nothing. I was like, they not going to call me. They don't want my little crazy self there.
I agree.
And they called me. And I said, oh, this lady really don't know what she's
so it's just
and the rest is
the same feeling I had when I was like, I got Twan coming into this show.
Absolutely. And this is just the first 13 minutes, and we got more to go.
Nene, you got any questions you want to ask him about his profession?
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now, how many damn look? Listen, the man sent me his rap sheet. And your credentials, okay? Your credentials. Your credentials. Yes. And I was impressed. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy. Listen, this motherfucker is crazy, but he's good people though. He's good people, man. You do a great job coordinating our class and all that stuff.
Oh,
I ain't get you started on that, man. Shout out to 05.
Shout out to 05. Y'all did real good this year.
I do have some. I have some questions. So I was looking at this, bro. So you do therapy?
I am a therapist. I am.
Okay, so you're a therapist and you're a therapist on the reality show in Atlanta called this web series called Chasing Atlanta.
Yes.
What the hell is that about?
Okay, so
he got excited.
I did. I always get excited when it comes down to Chasing Atlanta. So think more along the lines of like the gay version of the Real Housewives.
So is it like that?
It gets like that with a little mix of love and hip hop, you know, a little mix of that every now and then. So actually season 5 just wrapped, just finished airing, I think in May or June or something. So season 6 is possibly around the corner somewhere.
Miss Smith said that's my nephew.
Who said that?
Miss Smith.
Is that Janessa Smith?
Yep.
That's my auntie. She works in this field too. She's a social worker.
Oh, okay.
And she's a realtor. So you know, let me just go and promote my auntie for those.
Do your thing.
Call out the housing market. My auntie is a good choice, and like I said, she's a social worker. So you know, I call my auntie for anything. I'm like auntie, and she got me. So
what kind of like when it comes to therapy?
Okay.
Out of all the people.
About the show.
Yes, but get back to the show. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I actually got the call to participate in season 4 of Chasing Atlanta. So I went and I did the episode or whatnot. And so when people saw it, they started reaching out to like the cast and the producers about, oh my God, is he licensed in Georgia?
Right.
So I started getting a lot of people finding me to want therapy. So I got online. I did my research.
You in Atlanta,
right? On how to get my license in Georgia. And so when I met all the qualifications. I applied for my license in Georgia. Then I just started getting all my clients in Georgia as well. So that's how I got to be licensed in both states because of people seeing me on the show. So I just jumped on the opportunity. Why not go get the next bag?
Right. So was it a process to get the license over there? And
yeah, well, I had already been licensed in Alabama.
So how long the process took for Georgia?
Not long at all. Like literally maybe a couple of months because you have to have like so many years in your current state that's equivalent to Georgia's credentials and all that. So I had already exceeded all the qualifications. So I got licensed in Georgia, and the show opened up that door for me to start actually seeing clients in Georgia. Then when season 5 came about, they called me and they said, "Hey, are you participating in season 5?" I was like, "No."
Why you decline the 5? Why you decline 5?
Well, I went on ahead and participated. So Ariel has the episodes. I sent them to her.
I'm gonna check. Look, you told me to take one out. She said, but don't watch for so many minutes.
I don't say that out loud.
No, well, I'm not saying it like that because he knows.
I told you which scenes to watch.
Let me go ahead and clarify. He told me what to watch because he knows how I am and I know how he is, and he respected my.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you feel me.
So I did do season 5. So I was on episode 6, and then I was on episode 9.
Tell me what this series is about. I hate I'm asking this question, but just
it's about guys a part of or transgender. So there are a couple of transgender castmates. They're just chasing their dream in Atlanta.
What's some of their dreams? You don't mind me asking?
I've seen a couple of rappers.
Why? What was the pause, bro?
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like hand I seen a couple of rappers on the cast. Dominique, he's a dog groomer. He's actually a celebrity dog groomer. Missy Elliott is like
They get the money.
Yeah, Missy Elliott is like his biggest client.
I know the Brat real big on having dogs.
Yeah. There are a couple of other entrepreneurs on there.
Like who?
Just
give them a shout out, man. Don't be scared.
I'm not, but I can't. I'm just saying that they're entrepreneurs because of what they say.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay.
There are a lot of behind the scenes things, and that's not to be petty or anything.
No, but
there are a couple of entrepreneurs on the show for what you see, but when the cameras go down,
so it ain't fights anything.
They do fight. There have been a few fights. I haven't been there for the fights.
I bet you were sad. I bet you was sick by that when you just damn.
I never want to be a part. I always, because of my credentials and stuff and what I've worked hard for, I don't have time to be around that type of stuff because.
All right, okay, I respect that. Nina, you got any questions for me? Who the hell you? I want to know.
Well, this past season there was a situation with Dominique and his relationship, and so he needed to talk about it on camera. So that was that, and then there was a situation with Troy, and just kind of some childhood things that he needed to talk about, which was really good. I wish they would have actually played that whole scene because they actually edited it down.
I heard they edited a lot of the show.
They actually edited it down to where a lot of the bigger parts were cut out. I mean, because it was even making like production like emotional, the stuff that we were talking about.
Oh, it be getting that?
Yeah, because we were talking about, childhood issues. We were talking about how just as like gay men, it's it's hard for us to like have that relationship with like our parents. Or just kind of how we feel left out, or kind of feel that abandonment from, mom or dad, or even both parents. So you could be in the house with your parents and still feel that abandonment because they don't understand. Because
I agree.
A lot of parents they don't want they struggle with knowing how to parent a child that lives this lifestyle. So we talk a lot about that. So I wish they didn't edit it down the way that they did, but of course, when you have a show with 13 cast members and you try to fit everybody.
Okay. Name, got him on? Got anything?
I hate to say what I'm going to say. That sounds like what Dahmer went through. Honestly. Jeffrey Dahmer. Did you watch it?
I watched so I told you I was in Florida this past week down in the hurricane.
This nigga said down in the hurricane.
I was there fighting for my life. But I watched the first two. Episodes, and actually one of our classmates had texted me. They know what they text me, and you know how my mouth is, Carl. So I had to say shout out to Antonio Reed.
Hold on, Chef Reed, man. Shout out to my dog, Chef Reed.
Listen, did you see the lamb chops?
Hell yeah, with the mac and cheese.
Yes, I killed that. So I texted Antonio. We were texting, and he was like, I don't know why I bothered you with this stuff. I was like, well, you knew I was gonna say something crazy, so. Yeah, so Antonio know what was said. I'm not gonna say it on the show.
Okay, go ahead.
But I did watch the first two episodes, and what I have to say that not even just being a therapist, okay, because I did see a lot of things as it relates to childhood trauma, as it relates to neglect.
We finna get into it. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and how he learned, like if you watch those first two episodes, how he learned how to decompose people by watching how that mannequin was being took apart. Okay,
I haven't watched all of it. I only watched two. Was it two? Maybe two.
Right. So when I watching the first scene, and when he went to the club and was, talking to those black guys, it was like, shit, when it got me.
I was saying, it wasn't even a good game.
Because see, the thing is, I don't know what was going on back in the 80s and 90s.
I know.
But
black people,
baby,
period.
That don't go down.
Black queens, he would have never had a chance. With that game?
First of all, I have real serious RBF. And so you wouldn't even spoke to me. No.
Oh my God! I was really shocked.
Exactly.
By him pulling my pools, I was like, "That's not even possible."
And they was like,
I know he stunk. That's all I'm saying.
And they was like, "He bought me a beer last week."
bitch.
I said it's got to be. I just want to try. Oh.
No, that would not happen in this. Oh, definitely. In this day and age, it would definitely want to happen.
I agree just by watching that little part. That's the part he went to the club and But y'all don't think his clothes, like you said, his clothes was.
He couldn't pick up no queen.
You are not gonna get me with no Arizona mom jeans on.
With the glasses.
With them glasses. Okay. He had on mom.
They say those glasses are going for like
$150,000.
What crack are they smoking? Did Rick Ross do that, man?
I don't know, but he just would not have picked up. He wouldn't have got no real.
He made me really go look up the real victims to like figure out how.
Exactly, and then like when he did get that guy over there and he was dancing and stuff,
he had to twerk out his way out of it.
I do have a question since we're entertaining that part of it. Okay, I have to ask you this right here. I seen my dog from P Valley. Lil Murder. I don't know his real name. The actor who plays Lil Murder.
You know what? And I'm gonna get Taisha for it.
Let me ask the question first before we get too into it. He was kind of offended about how everybody's giving this white actor, whoever plays Jeffrey Dahmer, all the props in the world. They trying to put him up for awards already.
Mm-hmm.
And and this is real. Listen, this is real. You know, P Valley. I tried to stick it out with you. Y'all lost me in some situations, but but I will say this: Lil Murder comes off realistic as hell. Like he really played the fuck out his role. Like it's guys out here that's really.
Okay, don't ask me. What you gonna ask me?
Do you think it's right for him to feel the way that he's feeling about that?
As an actor?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a person. Because people are questioning his sexuality, but not.
Jeffrey. I don't know the white guys. You know,
I know that guy. He was like a Disney.
He was a child star. He's been in a lot of things.
So he came.
Oh, he been around?
Yeah. That actor came up in like the Disney.
American Horror Stories. He played out.
Yeah. So I guess given his career path compared to Lil Murder's career, like he's kind of been, I guess, known in the
right.
But just kind of looking at Lil Murder, of course, we know that there are guys like that for real.
Takesha say that's acting, but that he.
I will say this though. P Valley's scene way more explicit than the scenes in Jeffrey Dahmer. Like it didn't even go there.
Yeah.
Like
go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. P Valley. and you know what people don't know? I ain't gonna cut you off. I ain't gonna cut off y'all. They're not even filming this in Mississippi.
No.
This is filmed in Atlanta.
Yes. So one of my clients, well, not to put in there, but I actually am the therapist for one of the producers on the show.
Oh, that's dope. Wait, man.
Yeah, like I actually have.
Let me hold 20.
Okay. I actually do have. Well, let me just give you this. I actually kind of do have a couple of celebrity clients. Like I have like a Top Chef. No, a Hell's Kitchen runner up from the show. I have well-known people that see me for therapy. So
get the hell out
just
of
in case people need to know, I'm real legit.
That's why you be talking shit. But go ahead.
I'm gonna talk about shit, man.
Yeah, I respect.
So they do film that in Atlanta. They're currently filming season 3 right now. So yeah.
Miss Ford is on, man.
Taisha's on.
She's on.
Oh, she
man.
made it.
She just said she's late, but she here.
She's late. I was gonna call her out, but I'm gonna call her later and ask her, did she do that?
Yeah, they were saying J. Alphonse Nixon.
Oh, hold on. Let me put that up there, man. Man, shout out my dog Larry, man. What it do, Maestro? So Twan gotta ask you this, man.
Ask me. Don't be scared.
Yeah, cause I never want to offend you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, you never. I would say this out of our entire class. You know what? Honestly, with our class, even though we are small in numbers, I would say our class has a lot of respect for me. My mama actually said that the other day when she came to the picnic. Yeah. She's like, your class really has a lot of respect for you. I was like, they really do. It's been that way for years. For years. Because I've never had to be something I'm not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So nothing offends me.
And you're confident in the truth of yourself.
Always.
That's why I'm gonna build up to the question I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
When did you realize that you were gay?
When I was 8 years old in the 3rd grade.
How?
I'll never forget it. So So there's a story before that, but I'll never forget it. So I went to Wilson Elementary. My school is closed down, and I'll never forget one of the third grade teachers was like out. They had a substitute teacher, and so
male.
It was male.
Yeah. Okay.
That third grade teacher actually was my first grade teacher. And so I'll never forget, I was walking in the hallway with a female friend. I can't think of her name. I know who it could be. But I never forget, I looked at her and we walked past the class and the substitute teacher was in there. And it was this fine ass black man. And I said, girl, that motherfucker is fine. At 8 years old. Don't make that face call. And
it take over.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I asked the question.
Wait, I did that with him. But I mean, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But no mistakes. But I remember how attractive that substitute teacher was. So I knew officially at 8, but there were things being happening to me from the time I was 5 up until I was like 9.
Oh.
Yeah. And this one guy was doing things to me all those years. And little spoiler alert, he actually was at the Platinum during the alumni week.
Oh, so whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on, you talking about POB?
Yeah.
Tasty Tuesday.
During our alumni week.
Older?
Yeah, he's a few years older than us.
Can I ask? I have to ask this question.
Okay.
Is he like a regular guy?
He's a regular guy, married to a woman, has a lot of kids, and
a lot of kids. What do you mean, like a lot of kids?
Like
3, 4.
Don't
like
get enough
like
you trying to single people out.
Yeah, like
shit, that's everybody now. Shit.
He was actually at the Platinum the night we were all there. And he actually walked up when me and Ariel was standing next to him. He walked up and hugged me in front of Ariel.
Damn. So, damn.
Yeah, the person that.
But so
Yeah.
you knew you was already like that before.
Well, I officially knew I was 8, but like I said, there were things being done to me.
Also,
I was 5 that I just didn't understand. I knew who was doing it to me. I didn't. And
it was him. It was the guy that you were
Yeah,
referring
he was
to.
there. He was. Well, we're not friends. We're cordial, but I and it took a lot of years for me to forgive him. It really did.
That's what I want to get into on a more serious topic.
It took a lot of years for me to forgive him.
Did you? I asked this, but do you think he's the one that got you to the way that you are now being gay?
He was the. I'm not gonna say he got me there.
Contributed.
But he introduced me to.
That's the better word. That's
you get what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna make this clear because there are, and I know a lot of people out there, and I'm friends with a lot of people out there that truly believe that they were born gay. I can't say that that's my journey because I still talk about females all the time. You hear the stuff. And you saw how it was at the picnic. Shout out to Tamara B.
Nah, Alicia Jels was up with my, you know what I'm saying? Whole class on 5 said what's happening.
And so he introduced me to that. For me, I can only speak for Twan. I made the decisions on what I chose to do in my personal life.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I can tell. I can feel it. Ask him, trust me.
I love what it makes you become. Like you're a beautiful person.
Share the live, y'all. Please share.
Please share this live, people. Share it.
Like I feel like if anybody could pick a perfect queen, like
I am the ultimate good Jew.
You are.
I am the ultimate good Jew.
Like ambitious. You bleed just this amazing energy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No lie. He's always been like this.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful.
I used to punch this nigga.
Yeah. He used to punch me.
Twan does stuff that's just little brother, like get on your nerves type shit.
But isn't that amazing?
I would take you there, and the thing is, I'm really good at holding people accountable.
I can see.
I hold people accountable. I mean, you remember a couple of weeks ago when I had posted like the picture of where our tent was gonna be at, and someone commented and was like, "Oh, y'all are next to the old people," and I was like, coming from the eldest member of this class, So I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna get you together real quick.
You gotta respect.
I hope that person.
I
see him saying.
Bold. Not scared of shit.
Oh
God.
You gotta.
You can still here.
You got a lot of love out there, man. People checking in, man, hollering at you, man. You got a lot of love out there, man. Please share the live. Y'all haven't did so.
This is what a couple years in the making.
Yes, and it's his fault. Partially mine.
Let me tell you, because you were contacting me every time, like there would be a season of Real Housewives of Atlanta on. You know, I don't let nothing come in between Housewives. So now that the Housewives are off the air, now I can be here.
Okay, well, just realize it's football season. All right, okay. We got it out of the way. 100. Yeah. It's a lot of racism behind it. Y'all see the comments about the Super Bowl. Man, damn.
That shocked me.
And she has a lot of white fans.
She does.
I don't know. It's a lot of hate, man. Yeah, it's a lot of hate.
I mean, black. We gotta realize it was 1960. They left it. We still grown now. It's gonna be all right.
Right.
Twan, back to you.
Okay.
So this is what I'm gonna dive into. So we got out of your personal life.
Okay.
We got your professional aspect of it.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask you about the dating.
Dating.
Yes.
My dating.
Your dating.
It's going fine.
Bring me into the listen. No. I'm not. I gotta be careful with my words and how I ask stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Before you just start, it's going.
No details on that aspect. Definitely don't want no details. Nigga was ready to like just. Don't worry about it.
Down right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Which I be saying boo boo.
I don't say that's not my word. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So, Twan, give me a percentage. A percentage. How many little murders do you think is really out here walking around in our society?
Really? I can't give a percentage, but I can say this. And I'm just gonna be very honest. And this is not to call anyone.
No, you're not calling no one out.
I know here. I know a lot of guys that that portray or believe within themselves that they are straight men, but they have a physical or sexual attraction to transgenders.
I mean, they're beautiful now. So
they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
And I know this like firsthand. Like know it because of how I know people. And so I can't give a percentage. I just know it's a lot of them out here.
I bet you got everybody so tight on this damn.
It's okay. Hello.
Everybody sitting there like, Twan, don't do it.
Yeah. Like I tell people, when you get your change your address and you get the bills coming over there to my address, then then
whoa, stop it. That's real?
Yeah. But
so you saying it is a lot of like.
It is. That's why I can't give a percentage on it. Because
well, you can say it's a lot.
It is definitely a lot. And then given my own experiences, I don't mind sharing.
Yeah, we're not supposed to know nothing.
Given my own experiences, it's a lot. I know a lot.
So how do you be knowing when they are attractive? Attracted, like attracted to.
Honestly, it's kind of like just to kind of give a political correct answer. It's almost like a vibe. Like you can kind of sense that connection, and then also you got to pay attention to the conversation. Let me just speak for me. I pay attention to the conversations. Yeah, I pay attention to how the direction of conversations are going.
I always was told, like even you mentioned it one time, something about the eyes, right?
Yes, did you? Okay, so when we were at the Platinum a couple weeks ago, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I said, Carl, and I told you, I said, Carl, watch this. And
yeah.
Okay.
No lie. This is a true story. He's not making this up. I promise you not. Me and Twan have this type of bond in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know how most guys who probably straight men will probably be scared to have a one-on-one conversation with you because they're scared to.
Right.
But other people are probably. Me and him are not like that. He pulled me to the side all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And what he did was this particular time at the Platinum, he said, I want you to pay attention to something. I'm finna go do X, Y, and Z, and I want you to pay attention to X. I said, okay, Twan, this time I'm gonna do it.
Right.
No lie, it took 2 minutes. Because he had to get through the crowd, it was jumping. It was J.O. night.
Calm, stand up.
Oh, you went there. What did you just
I'm a vampire, I can't say.
Oh.
But Carver showed out.
They had a picnic yesterday.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
shout out to DJ Cuzzo, man. Shout out to Ray the Great.
Shout out
You know what I'm
to
saying?
Ray, the
What I'm saying?
great. I already know.
You know what I'm saying? Pot, well, you know what's happening. All right.
Browns in the building.
Shout out to my friend Tori Green. She went to Carver.
Shout
Bless
out to Tori Green.
Bless her heart.
Period.
But he went and did the XYZ and told me to pay attention to X, and it happened within 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
And I sat there like, and then he come back. You know, we have a few drinks, and he's like, "I told you." He said, "Matter of fact, watch this." Boom, he leave off again. I'm like, "Bro, there's no way."
Absolutely.
Happened again.
Mhm.
Then he came back. He said, "Guy behind me." I said, "Yeah, what about him?" Dude, thugging. Like, I'm not even gonna get how he looks. Dude, thugging. Oh yeah, him too. And bing, popped up on the phone. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Why won't they just be themselves?
And see, the thing is, and I get that question all the time. I can't make nobody be them. If that whoever they choose, that's who they choose to be.
Yeah.
You're trapped in a world you don't even really want to be in. It's crazy.
Larry just said fear.
Because of perception.
Who?
Fear. Larry said fear.
And perception. And the internet just makes it worse.
It does.
It just makes it worse. Now these men really finna hide because now I gotta pretend to be somebody I'm not. For real.
And see, my thing is because of who I am,
I'm too far.
I've always just been cool with everybody. Like, for real.
Yeah.
You know, and I've never had anything to hide at all. You know, I always just been me. And I always say people, just be you. We actually have advanced too far in life.
Amen.
And people are very just open. And even before we came on air, the person I showed you from Florida has a girlfriend.
And why I can tell that.
And the thing is, I've met the girlfriend.
Yeah, y'all talking about.
See, you was
Hurricane.
Yeah, I've met the girlfriend. She's sweet. She calls me and everything because he doesn't hide anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You have to respect that.
Yeah.
The truth,
Whoa.
The truth gives you the option to decide.
Yeah.
Versus you telling a lie every day, and now it's just you living in this black.
What happened? I can't see the comments.
I'm gonna read it for you. She know when I say this particular person's name, who you think it is?
Juice.
Juice is my homeboy, man. Shout out to my boy Juice, man. Juice said they should just come on out. No one will judge them but me.
Absolutely, and me too, Juice. I be judging people too. Believe it or not, I be judging people all the time.
Because you have to judge the person who's not there.
Right, I'm a therapist. I be judging the hell out of folks. Shit.
We judge yourself.
And shout out to every therapist that's watching. All therapists need therapists.
Shed alive, man. Shed alive. We finna go deeper in a conversation.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah. Then home before I go to my stuff.
Like you said, we're so far into
we are.
Like a new
We are, and a lot of people.
hiding.
And the thing is, because I think for me, because of the way people love me, I know if people. I'm not telling people to be me.
Yeah.
But I just truly believe the way I get love from folks, that folks will get the same type of love, if not greater.
I can understand why men, you know what I'm saying, would gravitate towards you.
Right.
Because a lot of women, I'm sorry, ladies, y'all are boring. Okay.
Oh, this nigga ain't nothing boring about this nigga.
Personality
Nigga crazy.
in the bedroom, and as you can see, it exudes excitement.
Right.
Baby, don't get your man took. That's all I'm saying. Step it up.
He probably already took.
Step it up.
Okay.
Takesha said she chose to stay. I think she's talking about the guy that was that has the relation. He's gay.
Yeah.
I mean, you thought Florida, Florida.
Bisexual.
Yeah. So is women that's comfortable with it? Like,
yeah, because even also what I know of her, she has her own experiences as well. And
I was finna ask that.
And neither one of them, based off what I know about the both of them, neither one of them went into the situation with anything to hide. That's what makes the difference for them. Even now as a therapist, over the course of the last few years, a lot of the terminology, these new terms, and it's not to offend anyone, but there are a lot of new terms out there. And I'm always getting calls about, okay, what does this mean? What is this pansexual?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is
Hold on, wait.
The pansexual.
Twan, I'm glad you brought that up. You right on, you clutch. Why y'all keep adding fucking?
Don't say y'all.
It's y'all.
Okay.
It's not y'all.
Okay, it's not y'all.
Oh, so the LG.
No, it's not like that. I'm not included in the
So all of y'all are not with that.
No, of us. I'm from the old school. I'm gay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I don't even think even True Queen that pansexual thing.
What the hell is pan?
And
What the hell is that?
It's wild. And it's not to offend anyone. Because
No. I need to understand it.
And I'm still learning a lot of it too, because by me being in this profession, I do have to respect like the pronouns and things of that nature. So, you know, I have worked with clients who identify as non-binary, or they don't identify with the gender at birth or whatnot. So they rather use terms such as them and they and things of that nature. So I do respect their choices and who they choose to be with. But as for Twan is a gay man. Okay? And matter of fact, I'm a successful gay man.
100.
Yeah.
100. Listen, this is my question, bro. And I guess I've seen gay people be like, I'm not a part of the community. And I just be like, okay, is it like a fraternity or?
It feels like it.
Because it's almost they got
each other, so it kind of has to be in a way.
Yeah, like they have more power than we have as blacks.
Well, you
because
know,
they're united more than black.
Okay, so you came to my birthday party.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Now, if you recall my birthday party, and this is not to say I excluded people, but if you notice, I have more straight friends than anything.
I agree. You do.
I probably had about 3 or 4 gay friends, and that's because I've been friends.
And they brought friends
for years. But I gravitate more to quote unquote the heterosexual community. Nothing against the LGBT community or whatnot. It's just that I played those games years ago. I haven't even been to a gay club in Birmingham since 2011. It is 2022. You won't catch me at a gay club or a function or anything of that nature, because it's a personal choice. I've outgrown a lot of things, a lot of behaviors. The mindset.
More mature about it.
Yeah, and it's not to say that I'm better than them. It was just a choice.
It's just how you move.
Yeah, and I don't have a connection with them. So when you talk about the gay community, sometimes it can feel like a fraternity or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it's nothing against the gay community at all. I do have my chosen gay friends that I choose to have. But I gravitate more to the heterosexual community because that's just what I'm always around. Though I mean, that's just who I've built a lot of love with. The gay community coming up for me has been very vicious.
Yeah.
So hold on, repeat that.
Yeah, the gay community coming up for me has been very vicious.
Can you elaborate on that?
I can remember a time in college I was dating this guy. Of course, he's deceased now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But he's deceased, and I remember, I think the year was either 2009 or 2010. He and I, we were at my apartment, and a mutual friend of mine, of ours, came, and he was at my apartment too. And this friend, who I'm still cordial with, was Facebooking the guy I was dating while we were all sitting in the living room. Wow. Like that type of viciousness. Like, bitch, you really gonna try to sleep with mine while he right here? And while I'm sitting here. So they do the vicious things. And that's why if you ever pay attention, and I always say I never reveal names, it's not that I'm hiding anything. It's just that I've seen it firsthand. You tell your good Judy, like, oh yeah, friend, you know, I'm messing with such and such, you know, and he on the basketball team, on the football team, and then you gonna go back and go to Mr. Basketball player, football player, like, well, you know, Twan says y'all mess around. If I was you, I wouldn't fuck with him. Shit, you ought to fuck with me. I ain't gonna say nothing. Like they do vicious stuff.
Like Larry just said, it can get real confusing.
It can get real confusing. That's why I'm content with who I'm with.
So, go ahead, then.
Backstabbing. Yeah.
Go ahead. I know you got some. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's why it is what it is. So
if y'all have any questions for Twan, go ahead and ask them. Put them in the comments.
They need my cash app is.
Get into him. You never know. Shit. So you got a question? Listen. Do not hold back for Twan.
Please don't.
Please trust me, Twan. So okay, you said when you came up, the LGBT community, I keep adding alphabet. Well, they keep adding alphabet.
Yeah, there's like a QIA.
What the hell is all the alphabets?
And I love everybody.
Hold on, what is a pansexual again? What is it? Y'all never gave it to me. What is a pansexual? Can't even explain this shit.
Yeah.
Silence.
I think they're more so they don't have like a chosen
Or pronoun
a
and all that.
chosen gender or something.
Like they might wake up one day and they want to get he.
Like they're just kind of sexually attracted to whatever they find attraction to, or whomever they find attraction
to. Me,
that's
no key an excuse to not be committed to somebody. Like it's a lot.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Don't do that.
Time out. Because you already done said on camera. So do you still associate with females?
I gave you this answer.
In a romantic way?
That's why I said associate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen, females, I love everybody that loves me.
I like the answer. That's a good one. Listen, if that was a professional athlete, that'll be the greatest motherfucking answer in the world.
So I am a professional athlete.
Come through, Bill Clinton.
I am.
Not damn drink.
I played soccer. Shout out to Cedric Ford. You know me and Cedric. Y'all know me and Cedric Ford was on the same soccer team in middle school.
How many games y'all won?
A lot. And let me tell you, this is a true story. Please don't laugh at me when I say
I'm trying not to laugh now.
In 8th grade, when we had our awards day, and we're going to get back on top of it, I told Taisha this like a few weeks ago.
She just come in. Go ahead.
And so, Ced was the MVP for our soccer team.
Shout out to Ced.
And yours truly was the MIP.
What the hell is the MIP?
I was the most improved player.
I know it.
Yeah. So, let me tell you, Ced and I have always had like this secret competition for years.
Come through, bro.
And he was like, in 8th grade, he was like homecoming king. I was the runner-up. He was like MVP of the soccer team. I was MIP.
I ain't never heard of him. Baby proud, man. Most improved player.
Let me tell you, I still got the trophy.
Oh, they gave you a trophy.
What are you laughing
Still
at?
got the trophy.
Why so funny?
Hey, hold on.
So funny.
I'm sorry, people.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
It is a real
What is
It's
this?
real people.
It's real. So shout out to
So you-
Cedric for being my motivation.
So you was kicking the ball on the trophy. The trophy was kicking the ball.
Listen.
Yeah.
So for over 20 years, Cedric and I have been in this little secret competition with each other. That's why I'm always hard on Ced. It was like I feel this trauma of him always trying to be better than me.
And so listen, and one thing about soccer, you gotta be in shape.
Yeah, I can't do it no more.
All right, so back to the question. All right, so back to the whole. Okay, Nina, I want you to help me really get this question out.
I'm gonna drink my water.
Okay.
Yeah, drink your water. Drink your water. H2O is important.
Yes.
How do I'm throwing the question to her. I'm throwing her alley-oop to ask you.
Okay.
Because I get this from women a lot.
Oh God.
Do you think women are offended by a lot of gay guys who take their
Man.
I don't know how to ask the
Not
question.
even just that
Yeah,
you are offended by gay men who they have to share their man with. Not necessarily.
Of course.
She knows where I'm going.
The straight men, straight.
Right.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, they listen. I just say this: if you want to keep them, then do what you're supposed to be doing.
Amen.
And I think
that's a word.
And I think that's for any relationship, because whether you're gay, straight, other, or
That's
indifferent, if you are in a relationship with someone, this is my opinion, do what you're supposed to be doing.
That's a
Because
word.
if you started out doing it in the beginning, don't slack in the middle.
That's a word.
Because your ending will happen.
Share the live, y'all. Please share this live, man.
That's a word, people.
And so that's why, and I'm not trying to get rated R, but that's why.
Go ahead.
In my situation, how it started in the beginning in February 2019 is still the beginning every day when he pulls up. Still the beginning.
That's a word.
Okay.
So y'all laying up next to these people content and comfortable.
And get overweight.
Period.
I'm not trying to be.
Taisha said a woman can't compete with a man.
And then, I don't think nobody should be competing with anybody. But I'm just saying,
That's
if you want to keep your household happy, what made it happy the first time, keep it going.
She came back and said, and it's nothing that she said basically there's nothing that a woman can do. My bad. I'm sorry. Got a little something. can't say throat because I'm around Twan. They're gonna go, everybody gonna go crazy.
They're gonna go.
They're gonna go crazy.
The crowd is gonna go wild.
See what I'm saying? So you gotta watch what your words.
So watch your words.
Let me get out of myself, Nina.
Now I will say this because y'all know my grandmother raised me, and so
I remember that.
yeah,
I remember
my grandmother really instilled a lot. And I always tell people, when it came down to my grandmother, a lot of people knew her as a nurse or as the lady from church and all this and the other. But I always tell people to be raised in her household. A lot of people didn't see behind the scenes of how she really raised me and taught me and instilled confidence in me. She really did.
That's a great man. So now I was gonna ask you, bro, how are you so bold to come out in high school back in our era? Because our era, we was thugging.
See, here's my thing. I never
came out. Well,
because my thing is, do heterosexuals come out?
Say that.
Right.
Do we live for y'all?
It's real shit.
So what I need to come out for?
That's real shit.
I came to school just like the rest of y'all did.
It's real shit.
I went to the boys' bathroom just like the rest of them.
That's real shit though.
I put my pants on just like
I don't want to know.
And I'm just saying though. It is what it is.
That's true though. That's real shit.
I'm still a guy. It's just that when it came
you like
to
what
my
you like.
personal preferences, I like what I like. Y'all like what y'all like. I commend y'all on what y'all like and whatever.
I can ask this question now.
Uh-huh.
What do you like? Do you like regular, like, I'm not using my stuff.
I love me a little myrtle. Love them.
So you don't like the guys, like, I don't know, what's the flamboyant? Like,
hell no. I'm not into that lesbian stuff.
Period. Let's be honest.
I can't be with someone that's flamboyant like me. And that's my running joke. So that's not to offend.
No, it's not that's your preference.
So me and my childhood best friend, we've been having this thing that we always say. We've been saying this for years, and I always say, "Well, I love a nigga that ain't got shit going for himself." And
is this okay to say, Twan?
Oh God, did I say that word? Oh,
yes. No, not that. I ain't saying that, but
yeah, but I always
has nothing.
I'm gonna get something else to drink.
That's been our little running joke for you.
Y'all go.
But I like what I like. I like a little thug every now and then. No, did he leave us in charge of the show, guys?
Yes, he did, and that's all it takes.
He done messed up. I done took over the Boom Boom Room Squadcast. I think I need to change the name from Firehouse Productions
to what?
I don't know.
It's hot in here.
Yeah, he was turning yeah, so that's always kind of just been the thing for me. I like the type of guy. And it's nothing against, flamboyant guys or anything of that nature. But when it comes down to flamboyant guys, we can't do nothing.
And not just the flamboyant ones.
Yeah.
Would they be nerds or like the button up guys?
I guess they pretty boys.
Yeah, what is that they just don't do for you? What is that?
I came back right on top. I know y'all not changing the name.
We could just be friends and have a conversation and go to lunch.
Not lunch.
Yeah, like I ain't even trying to be funny, but I know what I like. And
I mean, I know
you don't cuss me. I never.
Period. Like you never know.
And I know that. Look, that may be toxic. All the political.
I gotta read what Takesha just said, man. It's the little murder for me. He wants his man to put that 9 on the nightstand.
Hey, nightstand.
And see, now you see how we're relating everything to Little Murder.
But see, the thing is, that this has been going on before there was
Little
Murder.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
This has been going on.
That's
so
real.
It's just now society has now have a character that they can just kind of label this with.
I think black people, I'm saying black people, over-sexualize men on men. I think that's why, because that's the first place they go. They never say
right.
They go, are they compatible, etc. They go, they really having sex. It's over-sexualized.
But see, even okay, so if I can take you back to my early years.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Of being a gay male. You tell someone that you're gay, they immediately associate you being gay with sex.
Immediately.
Yeah. I used to be like that.
And I'll never forget my mentor always told me, he said, Twan, you got to stay 3 steps ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. Because you black, you still a male, and you are gay. And so that's why I've
weird.
always been so fast forward about, putting my career first and doing the best for me. Because although I am gay, I don't ever want people to associate me being gay with, who he sleeping with, who he talking to, who he messing around with. That ain't what being gay is about for me at all. Like, that's just my personal preference outside of my life that you see out in the world.
And I listen, and that's one thing that I think of. I'm gonna speak for our classmates, the guys in our class. If we know that's why you are, bro, like okay, let's go back to P Valley. I always told them, I said, Uncle Clifford don't bother me. Like, you know how people are like, bro, I can't watch it because Uncle Clifford. I respect Uncle Clifford. He funny in the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Now when they got to the sex scene, that shit lost me. But Uncle Clifford wasn't a problem for me.
Right.
There's plenty of Uncle Cliffords. I ain't got no problem with them. As long as you don't come my way, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never had nobody try to do that.
I don't think I come my way either.
So that's not what you like. That's not your taste.
I don't.
You like little murder.
Right.
So you want the same thing Uncle Clifford want.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what you call it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I call it. And once again, that's just my little running jokes. I don't want to offend anyone.
That's crazy. You're gay, saying you don't want to offend another. Why is it okay for you to say you're gay, and when we call somebody gay, they get offended?
Oh, the world flips upside down. You have hurt their feelings.
Why?
You have scarred them. It's like, well, damn. Okay.
Right.
You're saying it with a lot of
Because they feel like it's coming from a place of hate. And I'm like, a lot of people got to stop thinking that. It doesn't come from a place of hate. I mean, even when for instance, when you know about a guy cheating on his wife or girlfriend and you are gossiping about it, that's coming from a place of...
Exactly. Nina, you are an artist, right?
Right.
If somebody walk up and say, man, you that rapper, right?
Right.
Are you offended?
No.
See, because that's what I did. That's how I recognized her
If
from
you
her
that
work.
hold out ass rapper, I don't know.
Yeah, I recognized her from her work. So and that was just for me to confirm that, hey, this is the artist that I saw. It wasn't to be
I don't really get. That's when it loses you.
Yeah,
but they get offended. Like he just said, he's gay.
Yeah,
but,
I remember a few months ago, someone, a female who has nothing going for herself. She doesn't. She's like jobless and stuff. Yeah. And so whatever the case may be, she was like, "You're nothing but a gay bitch." And I said, "No, I'm a successful gay bitch."
Period.
Like, man, you gonna call me a gay bitch?
Especially you
as successful because now, bitch, I can work too hard.
What you said? Add extra positive.
Like,
What made her tell you that, man?
Because the thing is, I think she got offended because I had went on Indeed.com and I had typed in the search engine jobs that hired idiots, and I set the city to Birmingham, and a lot of these jobs had popped up, and I screenshotted them and sent them to her. Done. Right.
What that bad man? She so want to sleep for a long time.
Yeah, don't
Twan, why, bro? Like, why?
Because I just feel like this.
Why, man?
You know me, bro. I don't bother anyone. So when you step over in this territory and want a wrestling match with me, go ahead and be prepared to lose.
I respect it.
Because I can't. Because
if she can't mention it, man,
I
respect.
And I can always tell when a person has a quote unquote issue with me because they go home and they practice how they want to confront.
What you think her issue?
Yeah, they practice. I'll tell you off camera what the issue.
Okay.
But the thing is, I can always tell when a person kind of has an issue with me because they go home and practice how they want to confront me. But see, the thing is, you should never practice with a bitch like me because I'm gonna always have something, and I don't have to practice anything because I'm real quick with it. You know this.
Yeah.
And so
gotta have your comebacks quick.
Yeah, you got to have your comebacks quick because even like a couple of weeks ago at the gym, this guy I work out with, and I'm sure I see him in the morning, we work out in the same class. He tried to confront me on something that when I came back real quick, he started stuttering so bad. I said, "Oh yeah, next time you try to practice, don't even do it. Just go ahead and get me by the expression on your mind."
T.
I mean, you still gonna lose then. Okay, so if you ever want to confront me, please do not go home and stand in the mirror and practice and rehearse. You will forget all your lines. I promise you.
You know how you don't have nothing to say.
Right.
You fuck you.
And right, that's what it always ends up being. I'm like, well, okay, did you want to? Like, you know.
So on a positive
Right.
positive note, if it was somebody out there right now, man, who's probably fighting with themselves, man, they in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know the steps to take to want to come out and be comfortable in their skin. Like, give them some motivation, man. On
Well,
that too.
honestly, wouldn't say in the closet, they're probably in a dark space in their life.
Well,
You know
that's
what I'm
another way to put it. Therapist.
Exactly. And so just honestly, just really for me to encourage them that it's okay to just start living the life that you want to live, however that may look. And so sometimes it just really takes going within yourself and really probably identifying what are the things that I truly like about myself, what are the things that I do love about myself, what are the things that, you know, I may not like about myself and what makes me not like those things, and how can I heal from those things? Because a lot of us, believe it or not, we have experienced a lot of issues, a lot of trauma in our lives. And, you know, it's not saying that the trauma may have been intentional or unintentional.
That's
but
facts.
the
That's
thing
facts.
it is okay that as we continue to navigate in life, that we do heal. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey, man.
you know,
I
wasn't raised by neither my mom or dad, and so, you know, and I'm sure my mom probably watched, because the Miss Smith, my aunt, that's my mom's sister.
Oh, okay, man. Okay, shout out to Miss Smith again.
So, you know, I know that my mom and my dad, you know, even though they're not together, I know that even as an adult child, they still kind of struggle with how to be a present parent for me. And so, because they don't want to do anything wrong.
If you don't have to answer this, you can pass on this. How's the relationship with you and your father like?
The relationship with me and my dad, and I'm just being completely honest.
Okay.
We're in a space that makes sense for us.
That actually makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
We're
in a space that makes sense for us. Because to be very real with you, I am not the ideal son that he wanted. And so my dad does have a girlfriend, and she has kids. She has sons, and her sons are the ideal son.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? So he has a stronger, more active and present relationship with them.
His bond is better.
Yeah. But when it comes down to me, we have a relationship that makes sense for us.
I respect that.
You know
I definitely respect
that. Yeah. And so, you know, there's no hatred there. My dad knows that if he needs me, I'm there. But it just makes sense for us.
I respect that. I mean, clap it up for that one, man. We gonna clap it up for that. The reason I asked you that, man, because I've had plenty of conversation with, you know, guys, man. And that's one of their biggest fears. That son, you know, come out gay, because, you know, you want somebody to carry your name. Right. You want them to be masculine like you are. And you know, did y'all ever come to a common ground where you understood where he came from, or his hurt? I say that.
I would say this. So,
did y'all understand each other's hurt? I say that.
I think we are still learning to understand each other's hurt. The reason I say that because in 2015, in the early part of 2015, me and my grandmother, we were leaving church, and she had said something to me that upset me. And the
grandmother?
Yeah. And she wasn't trying to upset me, but she was just being informative.
Right.
And she had said to me, she said, you know, your dad loves you, because my dad is her child. She's like, your dad loves you. He just doesn't love the life you live. And that pissed me the hell off. And I'm going to tell you why it pissed me off. It pissed me off because of the fact of, I felt at that time that you don't have a place to like or love anything I do, because your mama raising me. Your daddy raising me. You ain't have to raise me. They've been raising me. You've been putting me through college. Another day, I went and signed my name on the dotted line and joined the Army. And let me add this. There was no don't ask, don't tell when I was in the military. Let me put that out there.
Hey, you ain't the first one to say that.
Because drill sergeants was all over this. But now fast forward where I was at.
That nigga took a commercial break.
I did. A lot of people ask me. They just be like, they always ask me, was there a don't ask me? I'm like, no, that didn't exist when I was in the military at all.
I don't think it is now, but
it doesn't. But yeah, so I was offended, and so I had stopped talking to my dad. I'm like, who gives you the right to have judgment?
How long the period of time of talking?
My grandmother got sick later on that year with pancreatic cancer, and so her illness broke the wall for us to start talking. And of course, she ended up passing away January the 4th of 2016.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and so after her funeral, we were in the parking lot getting ready to leave to go to the cemetery, and he pulled me to the side. And he said, "Son, I just want to thank you for taking care of my mom all these years. Because I took care of my grandmother.
I'm here. I know.
With everything I had going on, bouncing back and forth, making appearances, all that. I still was a caregiver. So when he thanked me for taking care of her, I decided, okay, let this wall down to forge some sort of relationship with him. That was helpful.
I want to read with Jennifer, man. Shout out to Jennifer, our classmate.
We got like 5 Jennifers.
Jennifer, who you always mess with.
Oh my God, Jennifer Crystal Travis Scott Nelson.
Jennifer, I tried. Jennifer said, I think it's a mutual grieving process that many parents and their children experience in regards to this topic. So in depth and a healing process needed on both sides if possible. That's what she said.
And that's Jennifer. Y'all know my friend is a licensed independent clinical social worker who she works in this field as well. So shout out to Jennifer Crystal Travis Scott Nelson. I love Jennifer.
She said she's sick of you.
She always sick of me. I talked to Jen yesterday. Y'all heard me talk like every week.
You got any questions? You got any further questions, Nina, that you definitely want to ask? Anything? Please listen. If y'all have any questions to ask this man, he's comfortable in his skin.
Always.
He's not gonna get offended. Oh my God, he's not like that. Take advantage of this shit. Don't come asking me to ask him.
Please don't.
Because you might get cussed out.
Yeah.
By both of us. But ask him. Then you sure. Do not listen. You have a habit.
And I would say, going back to my dad, like I said, nothing against my dad at all. I mean, we're in a space, like I say, it makes sense for us. Even with my mom, I mean, y'all saw her at the
yeah. You put your mom on blast. Go ahead.
And you saw her at the picnic. So my mom, I know she tries as well. And that's the best thing I think any parent can do is just try. It's when you don't try that makes it difficult.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Did you about to say something? Okay. Anybody? Y'all sure y'all good? Larry said mental health advice. Mental health advice. If I was to get this, know what, Larry? I'm gonna use what you just said. Mental health advice. I'm gonna give you this question real quick. Then we're gonna get ready to close the show out. When it comes to I'm gonna say gay guys. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say the ones who are out. Do y'all go through a time like a dark place in y'all? Like the coming out to this, because this world is rough. Although that y'all have a lot of power, and is it hard? Listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know one broke gay person.
Okay, I do.
What she said? Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta ask this question, Keisha. I'm gonna get to you.
You said you don't know one.
I don't know fucking one. Okay, don't say anything. I said me. Okay. That lets you know I'm not a part of that. So outside looking at it, I don't know one gay one. So I was like, damn, bro. And so by us being in the music industry, bro, guys be like, man, I don't like them faggots. I don't like them sissies. I don't like all that. They don't even realize, bro, once you go up to the success part,
that's who you working with.
That's all you working with.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, dog, why you blasting these motherfuckers? That's probably the reason your ass ain't getting to that next level and that next step.
Absolutely.
Jay Cooper, Boosie's assistant. Gay. Everybody know Jay Cooper. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen guys vent on social media, but they do it in a very different way. Somebody they're in a dark place. And Twan, by having the conversations with me and you be having, I can recognize from some of these particular individuals are probably like that. Do you think the suicide rate is high because of that?
The suicide rate is definitely high because of a lot of different factors, but definitely when it comes down to our mental health and people just struggling with, decisions and what direction to go in with life, that those thoughts do play a part. And people say they're just like, am I better off being here? Well, I'm better off just not being here at all. And I mean, I've had a couple of friends who have attempted suicide, and it's just like, once they come back to that realization and just really kind of process through that, hey, I need to work through the things that really have been hurting me throughout my life.
Yeah.
And so many people that have either had suicidal thoughts or even attempted that don't even talk about it. I mean, I know for
it's a reason I brought rappers into that conversation, because I know too.
We've been in the presence of people that we may not know. And look at the picnic. Ain't no telling how many of them people outside at that picnic probably have attempted suicide before or thought about it.
Nina, I promise you not. I'm finna read Takesha's statement. I probably can take this dude to every. Birmingham does this thing, bro. We got this thing in Birmingham. If you listen to whatever you listen to, Birmingham, Alabama, we got this thing we do. All the public high schools in Birmingham, we do a whole alumni week. The whole school get together. They turn up a whole week, like every day. We go in, and it's like it's a friendly competition to see who turned up the most.
Did you see some of those flyers from other schools? Oh, shout out to Emily Streeter who hooked up Jackson Owen's flyer because she did that.
Oh.
Listen, I'm not going to tell you, and this is not calling anyone out there. I saw Fairfield's flyer, and they said, saving the best for last. Baby, y'all on the school in that. Y'all on the high school in the district. And no offense to Fairfield, I got a lot of friends that would play I got cousins that would play Fairfield. But when I saw they said saving the best for last.
Come on, you stupid, stay on topic, bro.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I want to stay on topic, bro. I could have took this dude to all those picnics and probably could have pointed out somebody easily. Mm-hmm. But do me a favor, Nina, read what Takesha said. Read what she said.
Speak on same-sex adopting or having kids. It's so many options around.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of conversations around it. I have had experience as a therapist with clients just kind of going back and forth in that decision of, do they, go whichever route they choose, whether it be surrogacy, whether it be adoption, and just those questions of how do we raise these kids. Honestly, for me, I always tell my clients, you have to have realistic and real life conversations and look at how the times have changed from back then to now. Back then, kid go to school and say, I got two daddies. They can beat up and bullied or whatever the case may be.
Right. Real shit.
But now I think it's all about how you educate and really train that child up. Now, granted, I don't have any kids. So, it's only so much I can go with that conversation. But I'm not against same-sex couples having kids because it is becoming a prevalent thing. But it's for me, it's all about, what are those conversations? What are those ways that you're gonna raise that child? Even with, the same-sex female couples, how do y'all plan on raising a child? What does that support system look like as well? Who is a part of that support system? And I will share this, just being a therapist over these, the years I've been a counselor, and how I remember lesbian client was sharing, how her brothers were the active male figures.
Oh, in the child's life,
because they felt like there are things that her and her wife could not do that they felt a male perspective would have been needed.
That's crazy because I knew of a person that said a girl invited him, he wanted to have a talk, and she asked, like, man, do you mind, giving me a baby? Nigga, he was lost. He was lost. He was like, man, bro, I didn't really know what to do. Like, I was like, I thought it was a joke. So dead ass serious. She was in a relationship with a female, but they wanted a child. Mm-hmm. And she got full, she got the word, you go ahead and do it. You trust that particular person. He said that she wanted to meet. They wanted to meet first. Mm-hmm. She wanted to meet the girlfriend. I guess, what's the proper word? Is it stud? Do they like the word?
Stud.
Is it? I don't know. Like I don't know what's offensive, and I don't.
Stud is okay.
That's the word to use?
Femme is the feminine female. Stud is the masculine.
I don't know what to use.
Or butch.
Or like the old people say, bull daggers.
No, bull daggers.
But don't say that, no.
We don't know what to use no more, bro.
Stud.
And then you can't. What do we supposed to say? They get offended by every fucking thing. Anyway.
There you go.
Well, I'm just explain, but right. I'm just trying to explain what they stand for. Mm-hmm. But he said he had, they wanted to meet. Like, I want you to meet my girl, and you know what I'm saying. But she vouched for him. She was like, man, like he's a great person, X, Y, and Z. But he was like, nah, I had to decline that because I'm a man. I'm gonna want to be in that child's life. Mm-hmm. The girl wanted him to just, hey man, I ain't nothing in me. I'll holler at you.
Yeah, real nasty to kick your ass out.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, and even now with surrogacy, you have to. It's like
you have to detach.
You got to go through this stuff with attorneys and lawyers.
I heard paperwork for real.
Like you have to go through all this paperwork and stuff. So.
That's a lot, man. Yeah. That's a lot. That's
I actually have a cousin. Him and his husband. They are in the process of surrogacy. I don't know what stage they're in right now, because I haven't had that conversation with him in several months. But they are in that process, and then you got to think about the financial piece of it too. Like you're paying to. Oh,
that's paid.
Yeah, you have to pay for that. Like they're like even like Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she had to like pay that lady.
Oh yeah. I got a cousin that did that.
Yeah. So yes, I have a cousin. Him and his husband. They are. I know that's how we had.
Listen, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at all. The comments are crazy, but we gotta go ahead, bro.
I mean, I ain't.
No, you don't. You good?
I mean,
yeah. Nina, you ain't got nothing.
Larry said, "How do you encourage friends and family to seek mental health support?"
Get your ass a counselor.
Yeah,
that's how I do it. I'm like, oh, child, you need some therapy. Yeah. But no, honestly, once again, going back to the nature of relationships. How strong is that relationship with that friend or family member that you can actually have serious conversations with them about getting into therapy? Because for so long, we ain't know what therapy was. We just know go to church.
True.
Even I did not get into therapy until I became a therapist.
Are you serious?
So serious. So serious.
So every therapist got a therapist? Teach one.
I think every therapist should have a therapist. I have a therapist. And there are therapists that I know who have therapists. But growing up in the black church, being a preacher's kid, because my grandmother was an evangelist, all I knew was let go, let God.
Let God do
it. That's all I knew.
It's crazy. We talked about this on the show before. Like, you know how when you just do something bad when you was a little one, your mom used to be mom used to just say, "Shut up and stop crying."
Right.
She didn't tell you why to stop crying. She just told you, "Shut up, stop all that crying." Mm-hmm. Then you get older, they want you to open up. Mm-hmm. Talk to me, man. What's going on in your life?
Like, because you didn't have the opportunity growing up.
You don't
always told shut up. Now you just know to just shut up.
Shut up.
And then when you don't talk to them, they just kind of feel like, oh, you're being sad, you're not opening up, something wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
You crazy.
Then you build up this different mechanism in your life, man. And
I'm so thankful that I had the upbringing that I had. I'm not saying we had $1 million in the bank or anything like that. We had our hard times. But I'm glad that my grandmother did allow that space for me to talk.
I know a lot of people have this this mechanism, this defense mechanism, like this shield built up around them because they don't know how to express themselves. Right. And it comes from their upbringing. Mm-hmm. And like you just said, whether you gay, straight, however you is, that your childhood is very, very important.
It is. It is. Because a lot of people still have those memories that they're recalling.
Man.
Even quote unquote adult situations remind them of certain things that happened in their childhood.
I agree. Man, you got the comments like rolling, bro. Like,
oh God, they like me,
man. Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately.
This is a real great topic, man. I listen. Normally we've been shut the show down. I really love this conversation piece because I feel like it's needed.
Right.
And several people have said this on the live, man. They said this conversation piece is like way overdue. And I'm glad you're the perfect person for it, bro.
I appreciate that.
Man, and I'm gonna have Nina just read some of these comments, man, because I don't want y'all to get tired of hearing my voice. Although it's, I know it's sexy.
Oh, you should be on 98.7.
Let's not do that.
You should be on 98.7. With the Mike Bird King War. You know, I went to college with Chris, the guy that's on 97 with the real.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's like older. No, he's younger than us. I went to college with him.
Bro, I thought that man was 60 years old, bro.
No, he's trying to shout out to Chris from 97.
Bro, my bad. Bro,
he's younger than us.
You talking about who be on there?
Yeah.
Man, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he's younger than us.
Let me stay on topic. My bad. Y'all, he fucked me up, man. Once y'all hear that nigga voice, y'all gonna be like, that nigga younger than us.
You ain't no Keith Sweat.
Who ain't no Keith Sweat? Carl.
Calm down.
I know I ain't no Keith
I
Sweat.
wanna please you. You know what I'm saying?
Go
Go ahead, though.
Keisha said they should. I'm sure even though they may not want to take some of the problems home, I'm sure some client's story may weigh on them. All therapists need a therapist.
Absolutely. I will say this to add to that because we do. Let me speak for me as a therapist. In my years, there have been stories that clients have shared to me that I relate to because I had that experience in. And so that's why it is important for us to have self-care and take those mental health breaks. Like this past Friday, I ain't do no work, because I meet with clients who I have a similar experience with. So, and we, we do become very empathetic to their situations. And then you hear some stories and it makes you really appreciate your own life.
Yes.
And, when it's been hard for you, you're just like, well, shit.
Hey, humble thyself.
You humble yourself, for real.
Then you got,
Me or Megan, I'm not sure. Agreed with Larry when he said prayer is not enough. She said, I agree. That's why spiritually and natural therapy is needed. Yes. Every situation doesn't require spiritual therapy.
Real talk. That's real talk.
Prayer, because sometimes, and I'm going to call Jennifer Scott out. Jennifer Nelson, excuse me. We actually had this conversation yesterday because we were talking about, sometimes you just don't feel like praying. Yeah. You just don't feel like your mind can't tell you to pray. Twan,
say that one more time.
You just don't feel like praying. I told Jennifer, and I'm just being very personal. I said, Jennifer, during the month of September, there were plenty of days I just laid in my damn bed and didn't feel like getting up doing therapy. Didn't feel like going to the gym. Didn't feel like doing shit, but just laying in my bed. And my mind said, well, just pray. I don't feel like praying. I don't want to pray right now.
Because you've been told it all your life.
I've been told it all my life. I don't feel like doing it. Shit, he heard me the first time. I don't feel like praying. So, you really do feel that way.
Yes. Yeah. That's real talk.
I'm thankful for my therapist who's out in Montgomery. So I'm thankful that I get to, see her. I actually get to see her this Friday. We see each other every 2 weeks. But I actually just told Jennifer, our classmate, this yesterday when we were on the phone. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because and this one thing that I had to learn, because this is my first female artist since I've been doing it.
Absolutely.
So and then she's a Gemini. And I've been surrounded by Geminis.
Okay, my baby brother is
wife Gemini, man. One of my best partners is Gemini. Man, shout out to Chiefs, man. My sister, I was like, damn, I'm fucking surrounded by Gemini.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. They're not as bad as damn was it Pisces?
Oh, okay.
Man, yeah, what? Shit. Anyway, y'all crazy. The emotional roller coaster on the Gemini is crazy. But I had to realize she's a female. Sorry, Nina, I gotta put y'all on blast. You're gonna get 4 seasons in one day.
Well, my mama made Gemini. Let me put it that way.
She's a May.
Yeah, my mama made
she's the borderline. Man, shit. Not gonna get into it, but yeah, Gemini's crazy. But I had to learn, bro. She did need an emotional break because having a full-time job and also having to do this art. This is art, this music, this entertainment. It is draining.
Yes.
It can drain you mentally. And I have to do the same thing. I have my way of letting myself go, but I don't need the longest period of time like she does.
Yeah.
She may need a day or so.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you props when props is due. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she had to tell me that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that goes,
Well, when y'all always tease me, say, oh, damn, you always gone somewhere. You always out of town. I have to take those breaks. I really do. So when y'all see me posting about being at the airport, I gotta get the hell away.
But no, we out of town for her.
Yeah, I got to
work.
It's the work.
I got to get away, and it's important. You know, one of my best friends, she's a school teacher in Atlanta, and you know, we travel together all the time, and we really have to take breaks from just our everyday life.
How often do you take those breaks?
Honestly,
Whoa, don't give her no damn ideas, bro. No,
Let's Twan.
yeah, I gotta get in the studio.
If I can travel once a month, I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm doing good if I can travel.
Once a month?
Yeah, if I can travel, like I literally just traveled this past week.
Okay.
Then you went down there to the damn hurricane.
I went down there to it. It was like, oh, what is this? Oh, okay.
Nigga should have stopped in Montgomery.
No, but yeah, so I try to travel once a month. I mean, and I try to do things that I enjoy doing. Like next month, I know I'm going to who is that? The Bow Wow Chingy.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to the Birmingham show. I'm actually going to leave and go to like the Memphis show. Like I don't. Yeah,
it's crazy. Memphis is nothing but Birmingham to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Memphis is 100% Birmingham to me. Like it's our cousin like a motherfucker. Like niggas used to compare us to Atlanta. No, Memphis is Birmingham.
Yeah.
And I go to Memphis, I be like, shit, I'm back in mine. I'm back in there.
I like Memphis.
I don't want to know why. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, glad you asked.
Don't know why. What you about to say? Me, you gonna read somebody else comment?
Oh yeah, Larry says trauma grows up with you.
It's
You
like
cannot heal what you won't reveal after the conversation.
It's like another person. It's like a Siamese twin.
That's real shit.
Yeah, it's like a Siamese twin.
Don't do this because Nina's getting very excited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we are really into this. Damn, I didn't even realize the time.
Yeah, that trauma is like a Siamese twin, and it. Yeah, and it grows up. It becomes an adult with you for real.
Your ass still go in the studio. Your ass still can do these shows.
Right.
Yeah,
You gotta drop some beats
You
tonight.
still get this attitude.
You gotta drop some beats.
Not tonight.
Oh, okay.
No, not tonight. Yeah, no, I ain't. You gotta work. But I'm glad, bro. Listen, let's clap it up. This was a great combo, man.
I'm so glad y'all had me on here.
It's great, man. Y'all, and listen, bro. Tell everybody where they can follow you at if you want to be followed.
Sure, y'all better just add me on Facebook.
Twan, you on IG, Twitter?
Don't go on Twitter.
Don't go on Twitter, please.
What's on Twitter? What's on Twitter?
Grown people.
No mind. I'm not gonna ask you a question.
Just send me a friend request on Facebook.
Tell them your name again.
I am the my social media name is just Twan Dixon LPC. You can follow me on Facebook. I don't confirm you if we have less than 50 mutual friends.
I don't know what to say, man.
Who say y'all a stranger?
Right.
You got no YouTube or nothing for
Stranger danger.
You need to get. Larry just said it's crazy. Larry just said that.
What?
You need to get a YouTube.
You know what? Let me tell you this, and I'm really straight up with you. I got some things that's gonna.
Don't reveal it yet.
No, I got some things that's in the works that's dropping real soon. That I am excited about, but they tell you to step out on faith.
Yeah.
So I got some things that are in the works. So you know, this was a perfect opportunity that's leading up to the things that's coming.
Dope.
So I actually have another podcast to do at the end.
Shout them out. We show love.
It's one of the cast members from Trace Atlanta, which is Troy Gaskin. So he has a podcast on YouTube called Tag. So I will be doing his show later on this month, which we of course been negotiating it for months. And so
something about you in the months go by.
I know. And then also later on this month, Black Alumni Weekend at Jacksonville State University, which is also homecoming weekend.
Dope.
They are having a Vibe Tribe Expo on Friday, October 21st, and I am one of the panelists this year for the Mental Health Expo.
Oh, man, what up, man?
What about that? So I will be on the panel with some great people I went to college with. Destiny Love, who is a licensed independent clinical social worker here in Birmingham. Kawana, what's Kawana's last name? I can't remember her last name. I'm so sorry. But she's out of Atlanta. And Herbert Wilkerson, who works at UAB. He's a graduate of Jacksonville State, so he's on the panel as well. So I was excited to get that call. I was like, dang, the people recognize me. So
niggas.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So I got some things coming. So all these things and opportunities that are presenting themselves are actually leading into the things that I've been working on behind the scenes. So yeah, y'all check me out.
Get the name of the series. YouTube series.
Yes, you can go watch seasons 1 through 5 of Chasing Atlanta on YouTube at your own risk. But if you're looking for me, I'm on season 4, episode 6. I'm also on season 5, episode 6 and episode 9. And people actually stopped me at the picnic and was like, "Is there gonna be a new season?" From my understanding, it may be around the corner. You never know.
This nigga is great. He alright in PR too, goddamn.
Hey, you just never know.
He alright in PR. I'm about to fuck with you on the PR too.
Absolutely. You never know what you may see on it coming up.
Well, Nina, can you give everybody what you got going on, man? What's in Nina's world?
Bro, we've done this 6 shows.
Bro.
So look, yes.
See what I have to deal with? She didn't even have to say that. Like, she just said
is coming. I will not reveal the mistake name. Big is out. It's done well. And I'm continuing to build my freestyles. Y'all go check those out, and etc.
See the attitude? Like, see, this is what I have to deal with.
I love it.
I don't.
I love it.
I have to deal with this shit. This is something I have to deal with every day. Man, hey, listen, we appreciate everybody rocking out with the show, man. Y'all clap it up one more time, man. This is dope. Nigga, you clap too, nigga.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Clap. this nigga. Man, make sure y'all go follow us on all social platforms. You know what? Before I leave, we normally do great quotes before the end, positive quotes at the end of our show, man. Give something positive, nigga.
No. I'm about to say, I ain't got no quote now. I am not.
But just give it something. It can be from the heart. Anything.
Just from the heart for everyone that's out there, whoever you are, just like truly, this last 3 months of the year, just really strive hard for everything that you're going for, everything that you want to accomplish, and whatever it is that you may be dealing with, just really reach out to someone. And like I tell all my clients every week, make yourself a priority.
Real shit. That's real shit.
Hey.
Real shit.
Make yourself. I tell my clients that every Monday. Make yourself a priority.
Amen.
That's real. That's real, man. Do you have anything to say since you're back?
In Twan experience, even in the midst of a hurricane, do not forget that you're blessed.
That's right.
Dang, that's pretty good. Pretty good, bro. Pretty good. I like that. Oh, man, mine is always as it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do, man. Keep pushing, bro. Hey, matter of fact, turn to them and say, fuck it. And keep going.
Wow.
That's how you got to do now. Fuck. Like, it's a lot of haters out here, Twan. It's people that want to really prey on your downfall because they don't want you to succeed.
They don't. That's why you're standing back in the line and you will sign their autograph.
What he said. Hey, man, we appreciate it, man. We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in to us, man. We about this thing, squad.
What?